Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been with us before, welcome back. If you just slid by, saw the title, decide to click on welcome. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Here on Travel Buddies, we do everything travel. That's tips, tricks, everything travel. That's what we do here. Vlogs, everything travel. That's what we do here on Travel Buddies. And today is like no other. If you saw the title, we're going to be talking about what happened at Mardi Gras one year. This story time here. Quick fact. Traveling for Mardi Gras, we didn't do. But the person that we're talking about in this story, they traveled here to New Orleans for Mardi Gras. So we're going to talk about it. Stay tuned. If you stuck around, you want to hear about it. So let's talk about it. This story time was a bit traumatic for some. But hopefully it don't bring any triggers to others that might have experienced some of the same things during this time. So let's talk about it. If you've never been to New Orleans for Mardi Gras, let me explain. There's a party. It's a big street party with a whole bunch of floats, a whole bunch of bands, a whole bunch of music, a whole bunch of food. It's a big party. So let's talk about it. Let me start from the day that it all happened, because I knew some drama was going to happen this day. Let me tell y'all about it. I'm sitting at home and I decided that year I wasn't going out there to no parades. I wasn't doing no Mardi Gras. I wasn't going out there to no parades. I just was not doing it. Hubby was working. He worked out of town at the time. He was working. And I just wasn't going out there. It just wasn't that. So I have one cousin whose birthday is always around Mardi Gras. And her sister who decided to come into town during Mardi Gras. So they called me and they were like, hey, we want to go to Indian Parade. Now, if you know anything about Mardi Gras, we have the biggest parades the weekend before Mardi Gras, and then the biggest parades on Fat Tuesday, which is Mardi Gras Day. So Endymion and Bacchus are usually the weekends of before Mardi Gras Day. So they have celebrities. You never know who you'll see on these floats. Okay, that's how big these parades are. So they called and they were like, we want to go to the parades. Do you want to go? And I was like, nah, I don't think I want to go. And so my cousin was like, yeah, you need to go because you need to drive. You got the smaller car. Find somewhere to drive. Let's go. So it don't take much for me to come to a party. It doesn't take much. I might say, no, I ain't going. But it don't take much. All you have to do is get, girl, yeah, I'm in. I'm in. Yeah, you said it, I'm in. So that's what it was. So me and cousins get together and we head to park to go to the parade. Now, if you know anything about Mardi Gras, if you get there too late, it's going to be hard to find somewhere to park. So we got there at a decent time because the floats hadn't started running yet, and I was only about maybe 2 blocks off the parade route, which was pretty good. Plus, my cousin knows all the little side streets and byways of getting around in the city. So she found me a good spot, 2 blocks off of where the parades pass. So I was like, all right, we close. I like this. So you get out there, and if you ever come to Mardi Gras, keep close to the people you're with. Stay very close to the people you're with, okay? Make sure you know what color clothes they have on. So if they get lost with a crowd coming towards y'all and they split up, you could look for that color clothes. If you can't see them, just keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open. So and we notice always stay real close to each other. And if one kind of start drifting off, we drift that way they drifting, okay? So we go and we head to we get to the parade route. Now, I had already contacted some of my friends that was on the parade route. My cousin contacted some of her friends that she knew on the parade route. So we decided to walk up and down the street, and if you know anything about Carnival Mardi Gras, that's what you do. You get your walk on. So we went walk to see her friends, came back, walked to some of my friends, came back, and stood in the area where close, not too far from where my car was, and watched the parade. So as we're watching the parade, every now and then, I see one cousin this way. Make sure you keep your eye on that cousin going that way. One cousin running, see somebody she know on the float, she running that way. So you gotta, make sure all three of us know where each other are and watching each other during the parades. So it was getting towards the end of the parade. And my older cousin, whose birthday it was, she stated, you know what, let's start walking back towards the car. Because we know all these thousands and thousands and thousands of people going to have to get to their cars and get to where they're going. So traffic is going to be really bad. So she was like, yeah, let's go and head back to your car before the parade ends. So we started walking back towards my car. And we were like 2 blocks away from where the street was for the 2 blocks to get to my car. So as we get to the street, we had realized we were parked on the corner of, we were on the corner where a frat house was. So when we get to that corner, it was like tons of people because it was a frat house right there. So my cousin was like, all right, then you hear the sirens. Once you hear the sirens, it's the end of the parade. So then more people just like start walking. It's just like everybody's just like walking, and it's a parade house right there. So we start walking down the street towards my car, and I'm walking in front. And as I'm walking, I hear my cousin say my name. And I turn back around, but it's a sea of people. Like, I don't see her to the left of me. I don't see her to the right of me. I don't see her in the front of me, but I hear her from the back of me. So I look back around, and I don't see anything. So at this point, you got to look through the crowd. It's like seas of people. So I kind of walk back because we were like on a sidewalk. And most people doing Mardi Gras time walk in the street if it's no parades. So mostly everybody walk in the streets. Hardly anybody walking on the sidewalk. So when I turn back to see, I see a sea of people just walking to get in the street. They're not trying to walk on the sidewalk. And I see my cousin, and she's like leaning down. So my other cousin kind of walked back as well because me and her was kind of walking ahead. And I walk right over this person, and my cousin's like lifting her up, and it was a girl. And I was like, huh? And she was like, help me carry her to the car. I'm like, who is that? She was like, I don't know. She was like, but I know these days. I done been there, done that. And so she was like, hey, sweetie, hey. The girl was like, you could tell she was, had a little bit too much to drink. But her face was face down on the concrete. And I don't know how my cousin seen her. I'm just telling you, it must have been destined. So my cousin goes to pick her up, and we like carrying her pretty much to the car. And so my cousin's trying to figure out where she lives, where she's with, and she's just not, no, she's totally out of it. But luckily, with her laying on her stomach, her purse is what's underneath her. So she had like a little like pouch in front of her. So my cousin gets the pouch out and trying to find who she is, some identification, something like that, like an address, something. And she finds her school ID, and she goes to college there. And her ID, she's from out of state. So she just start bawling. First she was just out of it. Next she just looks at us. She just starts bawling, crying. And so we're like, calm down, we're going to get you in. She's like, what is going on? Like, she's like bawling. So it's like, don't worry, we're going to get you where you need to be. So it also in the pouch, in the back part of the pouch was a phone. So my cousin picks up her phone, and was like, she sees that she has a couple of missed calls. So my cousin calls the missed call, and she was like, "Hi." She was like, "I'm with," and she says the name, and the girl that answers the phone is actually goes to school with her. And she was like, "Oh, that's my best friend. I didn't go out with her tonight. She went out with some other friends, but I'm here at the dorm. If you can get her back to the dorm, I'll help her." So I was like, "Okay, where's the dorm? What dorm room or whatever?" So we bring her back to her um, college dorm. And my cousin carries her upstairs. She needs a phone number. She was like, if she needs anything, if she lost anything, I know where she was, where we found her. We'll be happy to bring her back over there to find whatever she needs, blah, 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 blah. So the girl is just out of it. She's just out of it. So we leave. The next day, the girl calls my cousin. And she's like, "Oh, I'm so thankful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it." She was like, I lost my friends. They said I just wandered off and left them. And if it wasn't for y'all helping me, I don't know where I would be at the time. She was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, blah, 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 blah." Now, in the midst of this, we didn't know, but there's another girl from her same college that went missing. And a week later, that girl's body was found. Yeah. So when she found that out, she called my cousin back crying, and just because you never know. You never know. And I should say my cousin was her guardian angel, because I walked clean over this girl. Like, literally, I was in front of my cousin walking. I didn't see anything. I didn't feel anything. When you walk in during that crowd and whatever, I could have just stepped on. I don't know, but I didn't feel anything. Like, you'll know if you step on the person. I know I ain't step on the person, but I didn't see her. Like, literally, I did not see anything. Like, my cousin literally saw her, and we walked in the same direction for me not to see the girl. It was crazy. But please be careful, y'all. This is Mardi Gras season, and I know tonight is Mardi Gras night, and I wanted to put this out before Mardi Gras. But please be careful. Please be safe. Know where your friends are. You come down here to New Orleans, come down, have a good time, but be safe. Yes, from this future me, be safe, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. And please, if you like, if you share, if you care, please share. Thank you for watching, and y'all have a happy Mardi Gras.